step 1, access the apps menu and choose data matrix editor. Okay. Step 2, you're going to open the current one. You might need to clear all the contents. If you need to clear it, you can hit the F1 tab and then number 8. That will clear everything. Okay. And then you're going to enter the data. You're going to enter the X in column 1, the Y in column 2. So if we just kind of scroll down, enter our year, or the miles per hour in the left column. Okay, and then on the right column, enter your distance, or your miles per gallon. Okay, once you've entered all your data, the next thing you need to do is you need to.
Isn't in the third row, isn't supposed to be 40?
Did I do something wrong? Oops, thank you very much. Thank you. All right, so once you enter all your data, the next step is to perform the calculation. The calculation is under the F5 Calculate tab. And what we want to do is we want to choose the following. The type is going to be quadratic regression. Okay, and that is number 9. So you can either scroll down, scroll up, or just hit the number 9. Okay, and then for the X and the Y, we're going to choose the corresponding columns. So column 1 for X, column 2 for Y, okay, and then store regression equation to, yes, we want to put it into one of the equations. And so store it into something. I'm going to store it as my Y1. And so here is my equation. And now I didn't ask you here, or I didn't ask in this particular problem to come up with the equation, but there it is. If it's hard for you to interpret this box by putting it in, by storing it in the Y1 editor, what you can then do is you can go to the home screen. You can access that function anytime you want by hitting Y1 of X. So if you want to see what that function actually looks like written out in the equation form, just hit Y1 of X, the function notation, enter, and it puts it into that form for you. Okay. All right, now it asks you to do two things here. One, it asks you to estimate the miles per gallon when driving 65. So what that means is you are going to take your function and you're going to evaluate it for 65. Easiest thing to do on that is just to use function notation. Enter 65 in place of the X. And when you do that, you get your answer. The speed would be approximately 29 miles per hour. Or I'm sorry, per gallon. Okay, and then to find the optimum speed, what do you think that means for fuel economy? The optimum speed for fuel economy would be the It's the best speed. It's the speed where your highest miles per gallon is. And so in your parabola, that's going to be the vertex. And so what we can do is we can go back to the graph here. Now we see how this the data moves from 20 to 70. So we do need to go in and change our x and y values so that it'll fit into this window. So for the x's, I'm just going to go from 0 to 100. And so this gives me all the estimated miles per gallon from driving 0 to 100 miles per hour. And then from the y's, again, I'm going to go from 0, and then my maximum, I see here my maximum is around, it'll be maybe around 32, give or take a few. And so maybe I'll go 40 for my y maximum. The scale doesn't matter for this. It's just the number of tick marks that are there. It's just going to look like a big, solid, thick line. Each one is represented by a little tick mark. Not a big deal on that. Okay, once I change my window settings, what I can then do is view my graph. And it winds up being easy to spot your vertex in the graph here. And we could have evaluated this answer in this graph as well. So if you're going to graph this, if you know you're graphing it, you might as well just answer your question in this graph as well. I'll show you how to do that. But the optimum speed, we can look at the F5 tab, the math tab, and we find the maximum. Choose our lower bound, again, just somewhere to the left of this point. Our upper bound, somewhere to the right of where we know this vertex is going to be. And so I can choose 90. I know it's going to be to the left of 90. And it gives me my highest point. The highest point is at 44 miles per hour. Okay? And the fuel economy is 32. So according to just these numbers, the optimal driving speed would be 44. Now, if I wanted to evaluate this upper question in this same screen, I could have gone to the Math tab and just hit value. And my value, just type in your speed, 65, and hit enter, and it'll give you the corresponding y coordinate, which is the miles per gallon for that.